So, we were in Denver, and that's when you guys hit 3-7. It's now you're 7-3 in the last 10. Like, what would you feel like is the biggest development process over the last 10 games?
Just been on the court together, figure things out on both ends of the basketball. Know what we're trying to accomplish on both ends of the basketball, and then just going out there hooping and having fun. So.
What did you see tonight, perhaps, playing against that same Nuggets team that, when we were in Denver, like, you weren't really seeing it, especially at the end of the game, as far as, like, picking apart their defense?
They're up pick and rolls. Like, their bigs are going to be up pick and roll coverage. So it's on us to communicate, making sure our bigs are showing showing themselves so they get the ball in the pocket. Zoo did a really good job of that. And then making the play after that. So it's a variety of things offensively throughout the course of games that happens, and I think we did a really good job of just executing and getting a really good shot up a lot.
James, after the losing streak before, you guys are finally at 500 right now. You guys beat a team that the Clippers have historically been struggling with the last 2-3 years. How did it feel to kind of get all of that off your back and off the team's back all at once?
I don't know about the historically or the losing aspect. Like, I just got I've been pretty solid against the Nuggets. So, but it's not about any other team but us. You know what I mean? And I didn't expect it to be how it's going to be in the first 10 games or even next 10 games. Like, our goal is to make sure it's right and where we need to be when the time is right. So whether it's 6-game losing streak, 6-game win streak, like, we got a lot of things to figure out in a good way, and we got a lot of depth in this room to where we have more than enough to compete, maybe the last team standing. So for us, it's just making sure we are getting better every single day, whether it's film sessions, whether it's practice or on the court, you know what I mean, and then putting it all together.
Obviously, you finished the game, but second quarter, you had that one drive, and I think Michael got your left leg or something like that.
Knee to knee, I'm good.
You good?
James, you talked a lot about the different defenses that you face throughout your career.
Yep.
Obviously, like you said, maybe even more than any other guard. Is there one that stands out to you, or two that stand out to you that you think that one was wild? Like, that's not something I usually see.
I think like running and getting the ball out of my hands at half court when I was on that 30-point scoring, which is running two guys at me half court and then get to Utah playing behind me. It's something that I can think about. So, but yeah.
How much do you think that helps you now that you're playing with guys like Kawhi, PG, Russ that, demand a lot of attention themselves?
I think for me, it's just I'm like being in a position. I learn from experience. You know what I mean? I learn from actually being in the positions to where, I see, I recognize, I remember it, and I try to, be better the next time or whatever, however you want to put it. So, just communication. If I see somehow they guard me or how they guard anybody else on our team, I'll communicate it and try to find ways to, exploit it and be better and score. Tonight, all around game, like Norm came in, he scored the basketball well. Defensively, our defense picked up in that second quarter, and that's what fueled our offense. So it's going to have to be like that, game in and game out.
Just following up on that, mentioning that you learned from experience, was there a part of you then that almost expected this to be blocking in the beginning? Who wants to start on a 20-game win streak? You know what I mean? Like, is that even possible? You see really good teams still struggling. You know what I mean? So it's just people want to say something because I got here, and it's an easy target. But for us, we're finding each other, we're figuring each other out, like what Pete likes to do, what Y likes to do, how Zoo and DT work on our pick and rolls when we have opportunities, like worked on this morning. So it's just a building process, As much as we wanted to happen all right now, like, we're fine with the process because it's going to be even better at the end.
Played that whole second quarter. Like, I know we've been talking about how first quarters, you used to playing whole first quarters and everything. What was it like playing, getting out and then getting in a full second quarter like that?
Being effective and finding ways to impact the game, whether it's scoring a basketball or
making everybody else better. So tonight was a prime example of that.
You had about 4 or 5 passes over the top of the defense to like PG or Kawhi down low. What's your read on that, and kind of like how have you mastered that skill of when to actually throw that pass?
When somebody's open.
Okay, well, because they were top blocking PG in the mid post area, and you were able to just lob it right over the top. Like, I'm just wondering, are you reading the low man? Are you just reading?
I'm just reading. I just see. Like, you probably can't see that because.
Is that a short jump? Is that a short jump?
Oh my God. I love y'all.
Wow. Let's get ready for Hoop Jab.